Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, here in the Bluegrass State, where the hospitality flows freely. Home of the Kentucky Wildcats and the Big Blue Nation, ready for this collision today. Great anticipation for a matchup that's only grown as the season has progressed. Now, a top-5 showdown. Both teams trying to make a strong statement here in the midseason. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So Tulane's offense trots out the...
Will take over.
And the focus, of course, on this quarterback, Kirk. This guy just has the it factor. He is him, as they say.
Well, Chris, we've had a chance to watch this guy closely all year, and I don't know if I've ever seen a kid throw the football like this guy. His awareness in and out of the pocket is special. He's a unique quarterback and a really dynamic player.
He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Tough spot here, 2nd and long at the 20. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Oh, it's incomplete, a rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. He's up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a... And the sophomore has got him for a sack.
Great call here going that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field in that 3rd down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's 4th down and long.
The returner is brought down. Gets a starter for the next drive. So Kentucky's offense out there for their first possession. And how about the game within a game today? The running back coming downhill, the linebacker coming up to beat him. We expect some collisions on this field today.
Yeah, this linebacker's going to have his hands full because this running back is a difficult guy to contain. Both guys know where each other's going to be lined up at all times. It's just going to come down to which guy can come up and make a play against the other.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And look, he's going to take a shot right away. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Now stop him. Touchdown, Kentucky. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
Now they get set to kick it away. Return begins inside the 10. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on the receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Here's the second down play. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Finding space at the 20. Tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, nice job here by this offense creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Takes the handoff again. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. 2nd down and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, this defense continues to just be physical into line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
No surprise here. The coach has got the offense on the field. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? He makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
It's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Looking for a deep completion. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. They call the draw play here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The punt team making their way on the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they moved it down into scoring position, but got stopped on 4th and goal. Got to put that behind them. Off the play fake on first down. Quick throw over the middle. He's got a receiver wide open here. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Looking to throw it on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Page. But a huge collision blow delivered there by the linebacker.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
He'll throw it now. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. Going the other way, can they catch him? The 10. And he's into the end zone easily. But this might be coming back. There's a flag on the field. After the big gain, the offense obviously declines the penalty. And they get set now to try the PAT. With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. The offense now operating in empty. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And that's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Going for a big play downfield. Oh, it's picked off. What a play.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
First down here for this offense. You've got an exciting quarterback duel in the making here as we check the first quarter stats. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Deep shot caught inside the 25. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Green Wave. And they'll set up for the PAT. Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. comes the Kentucky offense back out there. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Keeping it on the ground here. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position. They were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. No fair catch. He feels the punt. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. He's going to take off. Breaking free at the 35. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps the football. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
They continue to feed the running back, but he has had nowhere to go today. They've been getting owned at the line of scrimmage.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offense and an offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
2nd down and goal upcoming. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Good job by the offensive line. You get some positive yards, but not quite into the end zone. Now we're going to have a 3rd and goal.
They get closer, but now they line up on 3rd and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane. So after the momentum shifts, Kurt, we are now dead even in this football game.
Chris, don't I have that feeling that which quarterback's going to have the ball last is going to be the offense, and the guy that has a chance to win this game may be going back and forth all game.
He'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Running through the tackle. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. Made the catch, but he was surrounded with not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him.
And the ball to the ground. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. And the runner takes off to his right. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a 1st.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And he's brought down out at the 46.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Looks like Kentucky will have the first down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
It's a run. Running back's got it.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Change of pace, now looking to throw the football. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
It was there, Chris. It was the right call. It was good execution. He just dropped it. That receiver's got to do a better job of finishing the play.
After the 2nd down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, it makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. This group really struggled in the first quarter, but they've gotten things going here. Can they find some more momentum now before halftime? And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. First down, looking to throw the ball. Going to try to use his legs here. Get some space around the 30. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
So quickly, all the way up to the 36, and it's first down. Pressure is coming. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And the pass ball is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes out. This looks like a pretty obvious call against the defense.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Hello, Mr. Defensive Coordinator. You may want to account for the quarterback.
Are you kidding me? A quarterback scramble for this many yards? You got to make...
Intercepted in the end zone.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
He flips it to the back across the middle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Second down play coming up for this offense. Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. Looking to pass here on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
They're going to throw for it on third and short. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down. Punt team ready to boot it away. Looking to flip the field here.
Number 10 on to punt it away.
But he's got some space here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Second down.
Now it's second down here. And the quarterback dropping back. Running out of time in the pocket. Gets into space at the 50. That is a big play. Finally brought down at the 44. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Hicks. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Couldn't find anybody open. He just has to throw it away.
Chris, on this play, he has nobody open. It's better than taking a sack. He doesn't get intentional grounding because where he threw it, there was an intended receiver. I think there's no harm, no foul here.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
And he'll drop back here on third down. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up fourth down now. And here comes the punter onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And they've got the returner corralled.
And the Tulane offense will take over 1st and 10.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for the wide out. It's incomplete. He was lucky to avoid a 4th interception in this game. 2nd down now.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Looking to throw it deep. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. Defense calls their 3rd and final timeout of the half now. And this punt heads toward the sideline. Doesn't travel very far. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Lexington.
And they'll kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. First play of the second half is a handoff.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. And they bring him down quickly, but that's a solid gain on the short throw.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
And it's good for a first down, the 36.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. They bring the heat, and the blitz works. They've got him.
8 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and very long. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wide out. Tried to squeeze one in there, but it's incomplete. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Now we run a draw play. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. On the kick now for the 5th time today. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. Bringing pressure. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Now the offense trying to go play action there, but how about the big man in the middle? This defensive tackle showing you he's athletic as well. Gets to the quarterback, comes up with a big sack.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Receiver makes the grab, and he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Gain of 16. That's a first down for the offense.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And the senior tries to take a shot but overthrows his man.
It's second down.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Ball handed off. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they're able to get him down.
With the carry, it's the London. Pickup of 6. Brings up second and
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Touchdown, Tulane. All the way back to claim the lead. That's why he's a dangerous scrambler. The quarterback says, I'm just going to end this scoring drive right here. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, and everybody's covered downfield. The defense has done a pretty good job of containing the offense. The problem is this guy's creativity. I don't know, maybe put a spy, a linebacker on him to try to mirror him when he takes off to scramble.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the return will be brought down. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? On 1st down, it's play action. Lets it go quickly. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Kentucky.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Using his legs on the scramble. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
They're going to run it. One down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. The pass rush closing in. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, and another incompletion. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's a sack. They trap him inside the 5.
I personally love the aggressive approach here by this offensive coordinator. You got to take some chances. You got to create some matchups. But if you don't protect the quarterback, you have no chance.
And now the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Forced to kick it away for the 6th time. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And tackled after a small pickup there.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, drops back. He's looking deep here. And the pass caught inside the 15. And a huge gain. They finally bring him down at the 11.
Well, when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent. This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone or they have to settle for 3?
He'll toss it to the back. Touchdown, Green Wave. They jump in front here in the 4th.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Kentucky, 28.
And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. And he drops back in the gun. caught near the sideline. It's Magouligan. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. The punt team making their way on the field.
Number 10, on to punt it away.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He's running out of time here. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. Tackle is finally made, but not before it's a huge gain down to the 25. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible. That's a great way to get this drive started.
Trying to run it. It's Flanagan. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Receiver makes the catch. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
And brought down at the line by that big defensive tackle.
Boy, the options dried up quickly for the quarterback here. Very, very fortunate he was somehow able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the back now goes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Brought down. The completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tulane. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
42, Kentucky, 28.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Play action here on 1st down. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
He's brought down, but a solid game moves the ball across midfield before he won.
Hey, it's a nice game here, and they get get the first down to stop the clock, but late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
It's now second down.
Important second down play coming up. Looking to throw it again. It's caught. They bring him down, but that game moves the ball all the way to the 31. Kentucky getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
He'll hand it off. The pickup is 6 yards, so 3rd down and 4 now. The offense going with the hurry up. It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Caught near the sticks. It's McGool again. A big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
I'd love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that 3rd down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
Pass caught. Can he get in? And the defense makes a saving tackle at the 2-yard line. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Here we go. 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down with fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. That's an important score. We got a 1-possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game when you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Here's the handoff. Eludes a tackle. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. First down here for this offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Catch made down inside the 25. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Handoff here from the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give him credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. This try is no good. So after the miss, it's still a 6-point lead.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Looking right, this one caught. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. 1st down, we're going to throw the football. Under pressure, just lets it go. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. The pocket breaking down. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw.
Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. So down 6, they need a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw for the 1st down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And he's got it for a huge gain. Brought down at the 30. 4th down conversion gives them a fresh set of downs, but time is running out. They get to the line quickly. And they quickly spike the football to stop the clock.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. 7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long.
The attempt through the air is incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Ready? 6-point game. The offense is out there trying to convert on this 4th down. Crucial play here. They go to the air. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. And the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side, but they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.